The grape row is freaking down. Are we speechless yet? No. This is literally 3 times worse than the last. You thought that was bad. This is worser. Oh, you don't get bored us out here working in the heat while you guys sit comfortably in your AC homes on the couch eating popcorn. These are the posts that Big Boar put in 6 years ago. Basically, I don't want to find it, but basically we don't need clips on these because we put the wire into that little slot like right here. And yeah, these are juice grape posts. They're not wine grape posts. Anyway, they started making these posts with these holes down here further down the post because some farmers have drip, and so then they could attach their wire for their drip on these little notches right here. This used to be like all metal down here and it would make it a lot stronger. But these, this is a weak point right here. We're counting how many posts we need to replace this. So how many we need to load up the trailer. 9, 10, 11, I'm not running, so 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You want to take a guess first? They're 40. What did I say? 16. Come on. 16, I say. Count your guesses how many posts we need. We're at 16 and we've gone this far. 45. Come on. No. 55. What did I say, 40? Yeah, put your guesses below. I mean, we're not going until you go, so you might as well put your guess down. What did I say? 16. 16. 17. 18. 19. 30. 31. 37. 38. 39. 40. Loser. 41. 50. 51. I just want to say, I was going to say 67, but I was just like, there's no way. There can't be that many.
Dude, that would be creepy if it is. I feel like it's going to be.
51. 52. 53. 54. 60. Oh my gosh. 61. 62.
Oh my word.
64. 65. Dang.
Nah, this is spending.
That's literally straight up.
Well, it's gonna.
Some of y'all have been asking how many hours we work. Like if this is a full-time, part-time, if we're working out here full-time, overtime, part-time on the job. On days like this, there's not even enough hours in the day. So at this point, you just gotta suck it up and get to work.
I said we had these 2 posts here last year and all the years before, and it's never done.
We had no indication, by the way, that this was going to fall. With these, you shake them, they are solid in the ground.
It's just whether they're.
Oh, let's fall today. Yeah, it's the whole row. Let's give them something else to do. Not like we don't in middle of apple harvest right now. That they're heavier than last year, why they're all deciding to snap all at once.
Let's go. Come along, you guys are coming with us.
I'm not doing this alone.
Some of you had to have jinxed us with this on the last one. Pounding post isn't that bad when we do it together, especially since I got my cinder blocks, because I can lift with the post pounder. My only problem is that I'm a little bit shorter than is ideal for post pounding. And so I got, genius idea by the way, I got these cinder blocks and I put them on the trailer and it's perfect height. It's like completely like genius.
Anyway, so first things first, we need to get loaded post.
Are you looking, by the way? Like this whole time? These are all like one of our longer, like we can have like shorter rows, medium-sized length rows, longer rows.
These are one of the longer rows.
Yep. All right, a little backstory. So you guys first saw us putting up the fallen, collapsed grape rows in
This video.
and that was like we've had leaning rows and things like that, but like that was like one of the worst. And that was because long ago we still had wine grape trellis and those are too weak for our big heavy juice grapes. Since then we have been like basically all summer been going through, her and I have been pounding the post, and then we'll have Dad and Bro come through and push it up so that we can clip it. They haven't been like on the ground, they've just been like leaners that we have been coming through and getting so that they do not end up on the ground.
So we were here last night doing this last evening, yesterday.
Literally last evening, her and I were here pounding some more posts.
Like, well now it's been about, what, 20 hours? But this morning, it was like 12 hours ago. We were here.
We were here until like what, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock?
6 or 7.
I'm too tired of even catching any jokes.
We were here yesterday evening pounding post, okay?
We're on the same parcel of the collapsed row parcel because these grapes are just so heavy and there's just like kind of a lot of leaners that we need to get up, that we have been getting up. Anyway,
Go, you would have found it.
we have this section of what we call baby grapes on these parcels. They're not baby grapes, but compared to the other grapes, we still call them baby grapes. They were planted in 2020.
So they're only 6 years old.
Yes.
Big Bro installed it. He was renting from Dad and Mom, and so he bought the post, he bought the trellis, he did all of that. So Big Bro did all of the trellis on this little section, and then so since then he has his own land now. He has a family, and Dad and Mom bought him out of that little section.
It was still our land.
He was renting it.
Yeah.
So he installed all of the trellis, and I remember
Not our land, Mom and Dad.
Yeah. And I remember him being super proud of the post he put in because he didn't have to buy those little clippy things that he had to, so he was saving money and having not to get the little clippy thingies.
I thought you were taking over.
No, that's basically it. Now we have.
Anyway, this trellis was installed all metal post. I mean, these are juice grape posts. They're not wine grape posts.
Let's just say when Bro showed Big Bro the photo, he was literally speechless.
Little Bro.
When little Bro showed Big Bro the photo
this morning,
he was speechless.
I wasn't there. We weren't there, but I can see him. I can see his face right now. Anyway,
this is okay. Well, you.
So anyway, I literally kid you not. I am being completely legit right now. Brunette sis and she was over here mowing, and I had loaded up some metal post, and I had metal over here to pound some more posts.
Metal T-post.
This morning. Dad was over here as well on a specific parcel doing water. And I was telling him where we have pounded post and what he and Bro and one of us need to get up and push up and clip. And I was telling him that we've pounded quite a lot, and like here soon we should almost be done with all the laners. I was telling him that, and I kid you not, I was sitting at the top of these baby grapes, and I told Dad all that how we're almost done and we're almost getting all these leaners up, right? I'm gonna have them all up before harvest, definitely. I start up the cycle and I pull forward, I don't know what, 50 feet. And for whatever reason, I look over and I'm just like, what? It's like, is this some kind of a joke? I was just like, you don't laugh, you're gonna cry. Unbelievable. It is literally our new baby grapes. I think it's worse than the other stuff.
It is. This is the whole row. We're not joking.
It's a whole row, but like 3/4 of the row probably. It's all freaking down. And I'm not kidding. And anyway,
She sent a picture to little bro. And
well, first she came up and met me with the mower. I was like, "You want a good morning?" And she comes up. Oh my goodness, she comes up and I don't even know. Oh my gosh. She looks at it and she goes, "What?" She goes, "What the heck?" In the most annoyed, agitated way. And she goes,
you can clearly see these leaners have gotten to somebody.
I've been out. Okay, before what is it? Time is it? 4:40 right now in the afternoon, and we have been ever since this morning. We pounded posts this morning, and then I was helping Dad and Bro get the leaners up all morning and all afternoon, and now we're here to pound more posts in the baby grape row. Anyway, Brunette sis comes and walks up, and she just seen her face. I didn't even have the camera because we weren't expecting anything. So, oh my gosh. Anyway, she goes, "What the heck?" I can't even imitate how annoyed she was. And she goes, "That's it. I quit." And then that happens, and then she's talking to Dad. Meanwhile, I'm on my phone, and I take a quick picture right here of the bro, and I send it to little bro, and anyway, I sent him the photo. He literally, without even being here in person, had the same like physical response as we did being in person, and he says back in all caps a couple minutes later in all caps, "Holy fudge." And so I'm sitting here getting these texts, and Dad and Brunette sis are talking to each other, and then the next text he sends
bellows over laughing.
Because the next text he sends is "I quit." In all caps. It was so freaking funny because it was literally how Blue Eyes and I were feeling at that time, and so to have little bro send the exact same thing was absolutely hilarious. I've literally been like laughing about it all freaking day. Anyway, and so, oh, by the way, her and I are going to be pounding these posts, and it's not like I feel like they're going to be like, why aren't you having the men pound the post? You know what I'm saying?
It's not heavy.
It's 35 pounds, and just because you see us post pounding, Dad and Bro are busy doing other things right now, and the hardest part of the job is getting the old post out and propping it up. So we're coming in where we can, where we don't need, like...
They get it.
When we were, like, kind of, like, hyping ourselves up in our head, like, we're almost done with these leaners, you know? We're getting at the top of this, and then this happens. We're just like, that's it. We're done.
And then little bro said big bro was just standing there looking at the photo. And then Dad called him. He's like, when did you plant this? He's like, 2020. And he's like, little bro, show me the photo. That sucks.
Yeah,
A little bit.
You think?
Slightly.
It's really nobody's fault. It's just a very unfortunate situation. the posts, they're juice grape posts. They're meant for juice grapes, and
All right, so we got the post and we're on our way over, but then we saw a pop off on one of the parcels, so that is what we are doing. These are the ones that it's the pipe, and you have to get the turner stick.
can you see?
Yep, shut that off.
This one?
Yep.
Here's the second one.
The second one, I think. It is 5:55.
Are we saying how long? I guess we could do that again, see how long it takes us.
Well, it was about, you're even recording?
Like, so what we do is,
Oh, my cinder blocks, by the way.
I get off and look for the wire because it's easier for someone else to know where to pound it. Oh, my gloves.
I'll get mine too, otherwise my hands turn black.
And then, what was I saying? Wow, hold up. It's kind of tall. Alright, I don't know if you guys can see. We've pounded all of this so far. And we still have all of this to do. But we're going to put you guys away because we don't have to keep getting off and meeting you. So we'll get you in like 30 minutes-ish. We'll see you then. Alright, we're almost done. Let's see what the heck.
Handle. Put the button down.
We'll do our handshake, man.
It's this. I can't even believe that you forgot it.
Slap, slap, slap.
No, it wasn't. I can't believe it.
Yeah. It was, oh my gosh.
Just do mine.
No, do mine. Yeah, see?
It was not that.
Because
I
I
can't
remember
believe
it was
you. What,
all slap.
15 years and you just forget?
It was all slap.
It was this. Do it. You know it was too. Genius, eh?
All of those posts we pounded.
And what time is it? 7:10.
All the way up there.
An hour and 15. That's pretty good.
But what is it? It's so messy.
Wouldn't this video be posted first?
Oh, it was so sour. Would it be?
Huh?
I guess.
It's going to be? Dad has to take a load tomorrow.
Huh, dude! You see them both?
All right, 65 posts later.
It's all
Took
done.
us an hour and 15 minutes. All of these posts. And we did these every 2 vines. When this trellis was put in 6 years ago, it was put in every 3 vines, but with how heavy this parcel is, that's just not working, obviously. So every 2 vines it is, and that's what we're doing from now on literally everything, even if it's not as heavy as this.
We are gonna have Bro do the drone footage tomorrow so they get a gist of actually how long it is.
When are we doing this, putting this up?
Ah.
Because I'm just not sure how this is all happening. It's getting, the days are getting shorter. And that's not good because we still got stuff to do. Like it's like cold and dark.
It's freezing in the morning.
At 4 and 5 in the morning. It's just like, oh, whatever, stay in bed another hour.
That legit didn't take us as long as I thought it would.
Can we help it if we're good at what we do? Holy crap.
It looks fine.
Really, it looks like I got stuck in a dryer.
I look like I got stuck in a light socket. 70?
Well, we clocked out to talk to them. Are we clocking back in to drive over? I don't work for free, man.
We see you when we see you. It was literally lightning just a few minutes ago. Lightning. Lightning? Does it sound weird? If this is giving the first day of grape harvest vibes, we're going to use the forklift to lift up this dopey little dumb post. Useless post. But look at how straight that line is of post. Look at the rays of the sun coming through the clouds. Looks pretty cool. Okay, so if we come over here, the post right there, it's still connected to the wire and it's on the bottom, and so we're seeing if we could just lift it up first. Aha!
Yeah, I don't know if that's like how much I'm pulling up on that.
Well, what if you were just to do that, and then we'll come through and unclip them later? Hold up! Dude, I gotta put him away. Literally raining, downpouring, and you guys can't get wet, so we'll see you later.
Falling more? Is this fall more?
Oh my goodness. Well, wait, is it falling more because you're taking them out?
Train them. Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Wait, that took like what, 10 minutes? What time is it? Why did I think you'd be here
8:36.
forever?
Okay, I kid you not, it took me forever to fall asleep last night, and I was literally laughing again last night in bed of when you sent the holy fudge, and then a minute later you sent the I quit. I kid you not, I was still laughing last night. I know, it's exactly what we were all feeling like, just like we're absolutely done and we all quit. It was so funny, man. What's the plan? That as you grow and as they were getting the post out, more were falling. So we have to pound some more posts, but right now we're just gonna get the old metal post unclipped from the wire and out of here. And it's really raining and it's cold.
It's just coming down harder. It's giving the day in harvest last year, it was all rainy, and bro had the camera and he got the lightning strike in the picker, and we didn't even go to bed that night.
It's 64.
It's not cold.
Well, I kind of need a sweatshirt.
Had to change into pants. Hold on. Hi, Koopy. Do you want some cover from the rain? Well, you're scared of it.
I think that one might have been iffy too.
So did you take the, so they see where the notch is? Where it bends right at the notch?
Mm-hmm.
And then it was in the ground this far.
What if we just ditch this row and it turns into a driveway?
Here's a spot.
What?
You got one?
I thought I could do it. Because the stupid bottom wire's what's doing it down. Yeah.
No.
What if we were to ditch the bottom wire?
No, it's
What?
just there's all this weight.
What if we were to get the forklift and lift it up? The top wire, would it snap it? It would.
Yeah, plus you can't get over that far, I don't think. I think we just need another person.
Excavator?
No, same thing.
Well, something has to work that we're not thinking. Just a minute. We do a donut with the forklift in there.
It won't work.
We take
It's
the
too
forks
close.
and lift it up.
It's not.
It's not gonna work. Let me get some more posts out. Where he brings the forklift in slowly and
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
That's so not gonna work. It's gonna break the wire, and we're gonna have even more of a mess to clean up.
Well, I know.
He has the forklift
just
in,
barely.
tips it up a little bit, and then lifts it up.
Yeah, right. As it's propped, not on the ground. We're gonna have them propped up. Once we get 3 or 4 done, I think then it'll start rising by itself. So this,
doubt it's gonna rise by itself.
no, I mean, you know, this will work. Here, let's try this again. What's better, you doing the post or me?
I don't know, come to me.
Either one sucks. I have an idea. Let's clip it now.
Yeah, let's put one up there.
You see all of our post pounding, by the way?
How perfectly straight in that line it
Took us
was.
an hour and 15 minutes. Ever.
Just you pounding or both of you?
I started to pound, but then she couldn't line up the post. It was literally like this. I was like, so witch. She couldn't line up the post
So
with the line.
which?
Switch!
Oh, so switch. Oh, so which? So switch.
Oh. What you want? Ah. Gosh.
Yeah, I think the
What?
that's pretty good.
What?
So where the forklifts can lift it up. Yep. Oh, I can. Well, you guys. I'll just start taking off stuff again.
Can you help?
No, it's kind of a. Yeah, yeah, but if the forklift works, it might be just the 3 of you.
That's wishful thinking.
You're not getting out of this. This is your grapes.
Oh no, I hope to be here. Yeah.
There was a vine there. I think we're trying to get it to be
All right, Bro is right now loading up the apples, pulling them out, and then he's going to stack them. And we were going to try to get, Dad's right now getting the old metal post out, and then we were going to try to prop it up and get this row up. You know, do 2 things at once. Not going to work.
We have to wait to try to maybe do it with the forklift. So for right now, we're going to go over and load the apples.
Dad's going to continue getting these metal posts out. I'm going to pull out the bins. Bro's going to stack, get the truck loaded, and then we'll go from there.
I didn't get my lip balm out of my shorts. So we're gonna go film that video that you guys will see after this one. After this one. Come on. Stopped raining. By the way.
The sun came out. All right, Bro and I just finished loading up the semi, and Dad is taking a load of buckeyes in, and while we were doing that, Dad was getting all of the bent post out of the wire, getting it out of Bro and Renette just pulled them up, but they were still attached by the wire. So Dad finished doing that. Little sis got them all out of there after what am I even saying? Little sis then what? Picked them up. I'm tired, man. Little sis then picked them up, and Dad said he needs 20 more post pound in that row because they're all just gonna fall down unless we put in some
20?
20.
So that's the whole row, like I said.
While a quarter of the row is still standing, we're gonna pound some post and then clip those on and then prop it up. But we're starting from the bottom up, not the down up, not from the top down, because that was absolutely no way that was happening. Because now it's hot.
Humid, because it rained.
She has her rain boots on and stuff, and I need my sunnies because I didn't get them this morning. I'll be right back. All right. What am I saying? Now we're ready to go pound the post and get up that row. It gets worse every day. Who did that? That's
The whole row is down now. We stopped yesterday there, and it was all up.
There's a spider!
And it's the dopiest little one ever.
those dopey little ones.
I know.
Oh my gosh, I don't think we. Oh, we did. I think he said whatever. Come on.
This is a joke. Start it up. Now it's well over 67. It's 87.
We're pounding the whole sleeping row.
87 post. Anywho, we'll be pounding these posts. We'll see you later. Bye. Alright, we just finished pounding the literal rest of the row. The end post is right here. 85 posts we pounded this entire row. It's right there. Man.
He's kind of pushing it. There's not much stiff.
That would be easier if these were older though, because then,
Because they were not so bendy.
yeah, so it would just go
It's like trying to stand a warm up. We call Spider-Man. He could.
Is there a way I can get in here, maybe put the top wire under the forklift and just slowly lift it up first before we start pushing?
Well, that way you can get underneath it. It's like coming in right there. So this is they kept the vine and they dug it in last year, and this is what grew.
What vine? What are you talking about?
See this vine? They didn't prune it last summer.
A stick?
Yeah,
a cane?
A cane. They didn't prune it. So I had them come in and dig it down. See where they dug it? Here.
Yeah.
They stuck it in the ground, and then this grew.
I'm starting to think we should go into business.
We do get the forklift though, and it lifts up like 10 vines and makes it super easy with the post. That might save us time. Right? Well, sure.
Yeah, but we still gotta.
Right, but then
We're
it's
still
gonna
gonna
be
have to lift
it's gonna
it
be
up
way
right here.
lighter though. It might go faster.
Well,
Because
let's clip these
We
first.
might lift up this much at a time.
But what if it breaks the wire?
What's the plan again?
You're gonna do a donut in the middle of the row.
Don't hit the next one. Right there?
Here, should do the bottom.
Does anybody have a mini forklift we can borrow?
Clean that wire up right there.
Right here.
Dude, don't hit the back.
Make sure you got the top wire.
I don't have a clip.
Okay, now what?
Yeah.
What if I back up a little bit now?
This is good
It's
for
gonna
one
slide off.
vine.
Well, is there like a head we can change so these forks aren't so big? There's not a forklift head changer? Don't knock the other row down. Okay, so we're just gonna put the camera away for now. We still have this whole row to do. And we'll catch you later. But I'm gonna get the drone so you guys can get a bird's eye view as to what we're doing. We've been doing it for an hour so far. We've got about 2 hours left. Oh man. If you guys only knew. Well, you do. But like being out here and having to do it. Gonna have the drone. Put some music to it and have you guys watch. It's gonna be slow. We're not gonna have the whole vine row, but I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. Because the vines are so young, they're like literally like no bones whatsoever, no stiffness to it. And so there's literally just like trying to stand up a worm, as Bonds has put it. All right, it's 6:40 and this is how much we have left. So what we do here, we look and kind of move the wire, and then the forklift is gonna go under this top wire, so I have to lift it up. Where's the gloves?
Okay.
Watch your finger.
Yep. Wait.
Push on the fork first. From the other side. Other side of the fork.
That's as much as you're gonna get.
Is it even on there?
Yeah.
Whoa, slowly.
How much is it on there?
Can you do it down a little?
Is it or not?
Yeah, but barely.
What move?
That's it? We typically do it up more.
You typically have it on more.
So that's popped up right there, and then we get the post and do them right here. But look at all the grapes. And we've done all of that.
Oh! I don't think you did that much, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Move this. Okay.
Move this up.
Yeah, it might be, since I did that, it might be easier.
We need another unpost as well.
It just moved in the ground. If you go get the cable stuff, I can hook to the forklift.
Impact. I'll be right back. Look at the sky. Absolutely gorgeous.
Oh look, two eyes looking at us.
It looks creepy. It looks like two eyes.
All right, it is, forgot to look at the time, 7:50. And
The row is standing.
Yes, this was the row. And all the vines are still good. If it looks dead from the drone footage or from this footage, it's because the underside of the leaf is this color, and so with us being in here, all the leaves aren't perfectly green right here. They're kind of flipped around. So that's why.
Yeah, so it took an hour for.
We started propping up, literally just propping up the row at 3:45, and we finished propping up the row around 7:15ish. And then we had that anchor post to fix, so that's why it's taken us to 7:50. And that was with 4 people working. And then before that, from yesterday evening to
That
this.
seems like weird. That was yesterday? It took us an hour to pound the post.
Hour 15ish yesterday, and then like 20 minutes today.
And then
That's just of pounding. That doesn't include loading up the post.
so how much? 20. So an hour 40 pounding post.
Ish, and then
An hour and a half pounding the post. It probably took Dad about an hour and a half to get all the old little seed tea post out of here.
well, they're not little. They're juice grape post, and they're thick.
The hollow
But they are weak. 7.5 hours.
to get up a literal hold down row.
But it's up, and so the thing is, if you guys think that we're not doing post replacements, we are.
Yeah.
We have been doing them, and thankfully in this case with this row, thankfully the forklift worked and we were able to get up, because with how young these baby vines are, this was like trying to stand up a worm. Get a worm and have it stand up and just go down.
And
That's what this was
there
like.
was we had no indication that this row was gonna fall over.
We were literally here the night before.
And then 10 hours later, we come in the morning and it's down.
I heard that story. Still so funny.
So that's the end of today's video.
But this minute we're gonna have to come through on these other baby grapevines before these fall, because we're not going for round 2 of this, and pound some post where there's not any post. And yo,
Where you guys at? I need that cycle.
just leaving.
Yeah, bye.
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 Gotta go, but
It's easier on the old grapes because they're like stiffer and so when it goes,
we can easily push up the vines and they stay. These wouldn't stay, so that's why we had to use the forklifts.
that's good, standing up a worm.
I don't think I was the first to say it. I feel like I got it from somebody.
You said it.
I thought you said it.
All right, that is all for today's video. We hope you enjoyed it, and
We'll see you in the Buckeyes. We're gonna still be picking them. We'll let you guys know all about that.
Can you see the moon?
No?
It's the little tiny itty bitty right there, right there.
Grape row down, grape row down.
It's starting to wrap.
Grape row down, grape row down.
Cover that, cover that.
The grape row is done again through your hair. Unbelievable. This has been the worst ever.
Anybody getting deja vu?
Mowing, listening to my audiobook in the lull of the charger cycle. I couldn't even keep myself.
What's the opposite of Hakuna Matata? I don't know, Hakuna. Creepy.